suppress the anger. William decided to invite Harry and Meghan to Windsor Street. William endures an anger when he decides to invite Harry and Meghan to Windsor Street. A royal expert has just reported that Prince William got word that Harry and Meghan were going to stage their own royal walkabout in Windsor. Of course, their walkabout was going to be solely for the benefit of the Netflix cameras. Naturally, Prince William wanted to avoid such a tacky display, so he decided to invite the two of them to join him in Princess Catherine on their walkabout. I mean, did Harry not think that people were going to boo them when they went out by themselves? What was their plan? Were they planning to somehow edit that out of the footage? Prince William did well getting out in front of what could have been a bad situation because the royal family does not want any of the events surrounding the Queen's death to be made into Netflix fodder. Even though William had to have wanted to protect Catherine from that bully named Meghan, he did place his duty and service above his personal feelings. The four of them came in a car that was driven by Williams, and Meghan had to work within their time frame, and that did a great job of helping to control the situation. Now, Catherine looked rather uncomfortable around Meghan, but once she focused her attention on the crowds, she showed her usual animated personality. She looked at the flowers and at the tributes to the late Queen with her husband, and Harry made absolutely sure that Meghan was walking right behind the new Prince and Princess of Wales. Meghan herself didn't look very comfortable, especially when she was close to Princess Catherine. See, I think that she views Catherine as the perfect royal, and whether or not she wants to admit it. She looks up to Catherine's Prince William talked with Harry for a little while, but I don't have any idea if it was just small talk about the weather or if it was about something deeper. So William really took a difficult situation and turned it around to make it work for them. Prince William and Princess Catherine showed so much kindness to a truly undeserving couple, and that's exactly what the royal family is about at times like these. After that display, it's going to be pretty difficult for Harry and Meghan to sell their story of victimhood. And hopefully Netflix knows better than to try to intrude upon this time of grieving. But Lady Colin Campbell has already come out saying Meghan was up to no good. But, I don't want to think about Meghan at a time like this. Instead, I'm trying to think about the other royals. Most of them are still in Scotland, and I would like to talk for a little bit about how they're dealing with the loss of their beloved Queen and mother. Now, Meghan had a pretty sour expression on her face every single time the camera caught a glimpse of her when everyone was there, standing around the back of the car waiting to go. Meghan certainly didn't have that Cheshire cat grin on her face, and she just barely waved, so William and Catherine were the complete opposite of her. William and Catherine interacted with the crowds. They were kind, they were friendly, and they had beautiful smiles on their faces. William, as the new Prince of Wales, was clearly the one in charge. He was gently guiding the others while they were taking in the memorial flowers and the gifts, and William did his best to make sure that everybody in the group was exactly where they were supposed to be when they were supposed to be there. But still, it didn't look like he was throwing his tile around. It didn't look like he was on any kind of power trip. And I'm sure that Meghan's big problem was that Catherine is now a real official princess. But Meghan did not get any new fancy title. She's just plain old Meghan. And the only thing that Meghan really wants is jewels and money. And I hope she doesn't get any of that. And I hope Harry doesn't get any either. When I saw the two of them, I felt disgusted. I mean, Meghan was so touchy-feely with Harry, like she was some kind of teenager. That's the first time actually that I've seen Harry look that happy in a few years now. I think it was just because he was finally around his family. He was finally back in his element and we could see him smiling. I truly hope this was the wake-up call that Harry so desperately needed. And there are reports out saying that the couple was hurt fighting over logistics. So Meghan was all dressed up and she was ready to leave, and only close family was there, gathering at Balmoral to be close to the Queen in hopes of getting to see her and say goodbye. And what were Harry and Meghan thinking? What they put out that announcement that Meghan and Harry were going to go to Balmoral. I mean, Meghan is just an in-law, and she trashed the whole family at every chance she got. They filed a lawsuit against the Queen's government for security, and they also called out Charles for not giving them an allowance anymore. They also claimed that Archie and Lily, the invisible kids, didn't get a title because of the color of their skin. They also tried to make it seem like they were incredibly close with the Queen. But the truth is, the Queen didn't even want to hear Meghan's name mentioned. So it seems like once again, Harry was just letting Meghan control him and do whatever she wanted to do. He just supported her and her attempts to grab the headlines and create some clickbait and content for Netflix. They wanted Meghan to film the family as they were gathering around the Queen, the mother and grandmother in the family. Netflix wanted to take a sacred and private moment and turn it into a reality show. How sick are they? And I wish I were joking about that last part. But sadly, that's exactly what this is about. See, Meghan doesn't care about the royal family in the least. She only cares about what she can use them to get. And we know what she wants. She wants fame. Even infamy is better for her than nothing. So when Harry informed Meghan that she was not going to be able to join him at Balmoral, Meghan lost it. People who were nearby said that they could hear the two of them fighting for hours, and apparently that's why Harry arrived so late at the castle. Well, I guess it was down to the fight. And also, I think the rest of the royal family didn't want Harry to be around them for a long time. And if Meghan is so full of herself and so rude as to believe that the Queen or Princess and/or King Charles would ever want her there with them, she really needs to have her head checked. And they only invited Harry because of who his father is, the King of the UK and the Commonwealth. There's really no other reason for him to be there. And I feel deeply sad for the rest of the family. But I am not going to forgive Harry for deciding that Netflix is more important than his own family. And I don't forgive him for not allowing the Queen to see Archie and Lily, but if they're real, and if they're not real, well, that's even worse. And I'm never gonna forgive Harry or his nasty wife for telling the Queen that service is universal. Queen Elizabeth II provided the world with a perfect example of what duty, love, service, and loyalty look like. But Harry and Meghan are nothing like her. They only care about serving themselves, nobody else, and that is deeply disturbing. And you? What do you think about them? Please tell me what you think below in the comments section, and we can also talk about the royal family.